Hey guys, Joe Bender here, owner of Bender's Lawn Care. Today I'm going to talk to you about our commercial properties that we service. The first thing we have is most of our commercial properties are under contract with us on a 1-year basis. And within that contract, it is a very detailed contract. We put everything possible in there that we can think of that how we're going to service that property. It's going to go from quality control checks to the edging, to the trimming, to the mowing height. All of those things are going to be there within that contract. So you want to make sure that you're reading over that contract and you know that contract front and back for each of those properties to make sure that we hit everything on that checklist. Every time that a crew goes to service the commercial property, whether it be our general manager, you, or our crew leaders, we want to make sure that they have the checklist for that property so that they know what they have to do at that property. And so when you go to do your quality control check and you're going through that checklist, they've hit on all those points and we have nothing missing. We don't have to waste time and come on back and spend more time at that property. We talked about the quality of it. So how are we servicing the QBR? Are we filling that queen bee role of providing the highest quality of lawn care and landscaping service to that customer? Commercial properties can seem as if they're just a large property and no one's taking a look at it. But we ourselves are always taking a look at it because we're making sure that we're servicing the QBR, that queen bee role of having the best possible lawn care service here in our city. So we want to make sure that our quality is of the highest quality and that we're meeting all the requirements within our contract, and we're really vetting ourselves and policing ourselves to make sure that we follow along those contract guidelines so that the president of the HOA or the president of the condo association, the manager at an apartment complex, their job is just kind of sit back and watch us do our job. And we want to make sure that we hit all the points in that quality control check. The scheduling. So each year when we come up to our commercial properties after re-signing contracts, we will then sit down and we'll schedule all of the information that we got signed in the contract for how and when we're going to service the property. And we'll put that in our yard book system. There'll be another video for that later on how to schedule that type of job. But after you're doing your scheduling, as you go through a week-to-week basis, you need to have a week-to-week plan on how you're going to have that commercial property taken care of by yourself, along with the other crews that are underneath you as a general manager. So what we want to have is that we want, like for our general manager, to have a part-time helper with him. And so therefore you can go out to the properties, you can get started on the properties and maybe finish them day by day as we go through a Monday through Friday week. If at the end of the week we have one property left in which we can tackle it with our other crews giving us a hand for 3 or 4 hours, we'll utilize them to do that and help us get through that week. But as you go to each week, you want to make sure that you have a game plan of when you're going to service which commercial property, how often you can service that property, and does that property have a set day of maybe a possible Friday that they're always serviced on, so we have to wait till then, so I can't do anything with that property until then. So you want to make sure that you're always looking ahead. That way we're servicing our QBR, because if one of our commercial properties does not get taken care of in that Monday through Friday first week, and we have to push it back to that second week, we're not servicing the QBR for our other customers, our other residential customers, by taking away from their typical schedule because we got behind on our side. So we want to make sure that we do a good job of staying ahead of the game when we're dealing with our commercial properties. If you have any questions, guys, please be free to ask. Thank you.